Hi everyone, welcome to our PTE Plus online lessons. The main topic for this lesson is Write Essay. In particular, we're looking at question type introduction and key information. In terms of the writing section of the exam, it's combined with the speaking section as the first part of the test. And you can see that Write Essay comes right at the end of the writing section, meaning that after this, you'll have the option to take a break if you feel like you need it. In terms of score distribution, we can see that write essay questions are worth 15 marks per question, and there are between 1 to 2 questions depending on what the test decides to generate for you. So it can vary, meaning that the total marks can vary between 15 to 30. It's important to note here that the write essay question type only contributes to your writing score and not any other cross-module contributions. Talking about cross-module contributions, let's have a look at where our writing score comes from. So between 40 to 50% of our writing score comes from the questions summarizing written text and write essay. The rest of it is down to listening and reading. Listening accounts for between 40 to 45% depending on what's generated in the test, and that comes in the question type of summarizing spoken text, fill in the blanks, and write from dictation. 10 to 15% of it comes from reading, and that would come from reading and writing, fill in the blanks. So now let's have a look at the official question type introduction from Pearson.
Write essay. For this item type, you need to write a 200 to 300 word argumentative essay in response to a prompt. You have 20 minutes to write your essay. Make sure to write a minimum of 200 words, but no more than 300 words.
Okay, now let's have a look at the exam interface. This is the screen that you'll likely see when you're actually doing the test. You can see here at the top, we've got our instructions. You'll have 20 minutes to plan, write and revise an essay about the topic below. Your response will be judged on how well you develop a position, organize your ideas, present supporting details, and control elements of standard written English. You should write between 200 to 300 words. So here we're allocated 20 minutes. It's important that we make full use of that 20 minutes per question because the timer doesn't accumulate. That means if we have two questions, two write essay questions, if you spend 10 minutes on the first one, it doesn't mean you're going to get 30 minutes on the next one. So you'll still get 20 minutes for the next one. Knowing that, we need to use all 20 minutes to our advantage. Here at the bottom, we've got some different functions such as copy, cut, paste that can help you organize your writing, and we've got the word count at the bottom here as well. And this will be helpful for us to make sure we write between 200 to 300 words. In terms of scoring criteria, you can see that there are actually lots of different scoring criteria. We've got content, which is allocated 3 marks, and it deals with all aspects of the question, the prompt that you get. In terms of form, you can see that form comes in 0 to 2, and we get 2 if the length is between 200 to 300 words. Other scoring criteria include things like development, structure, and coherence. What we need to do here is have a good logical flow. For grammar, we need to utilize complex grammar. We've got general linguistic range, which deals with precision, emphasis, and not being ambiguous about what we're talking about. We've got our vocabulary range here, which includes broad use of vocab such as idioms, colloquialization, and having a good command of your lexical repertoire. So not just using the same words again and again. And finally, we're allocated 2 marks for spelling, and that's just correct spelling. If you make one spelling error, you'll get 1, and you'll get 0 for more than one spelling error. So the overview for how we should allocate our time goes a little bit like this. We want 1 to 2 minutes of planning, and in the planning phase, we want to think about keywords as well as brainstorm. And then in terms of the writing phase, that goes on for 15 to 12 minutes, and that's the longest part, obviously. In terms of the writing phase, we need to look at the structure, the template, as well as use of grammar and vocabulary. And finally, we move on to the 3 to 5 minutes for checking. Here, it's important for us to have the correct form, which is 200 to 300 words, spelling, check out grammar, vocabulary, as well as for common errors. So that's it for this lesson. See you again next time on PTE Plus.